Can you talk a little bit about the body-mind connection?
Sure, that's one of my favorite things to talk about. I am a talk and somatic based psychotherapist. Um, and for me, my personal life started to change when I started to understand that connection myself. So the idea is that your body is going through this journey of life with you, and it's processing, it's holding memory, and your nervous system is operating and it's going through all of this with you. So, for example, when people get really anxious, often their nervous system has gotten hijacked. They go into that fight or flight response. They don't feel like they're in the present moment and they feel really, really anxious. So, when we do somatic work with people, we try to help them gain insight into that sensation in the body and then learn how to ground and root themselves back down. So if you are having an anxiety attack, here's some really quick things that you can do to slow your brain and your body down and come back online. So the connection for me is that, in Western culture, it's like, here's the brain and here's the body, but it does not work like that. If you think of like people talking about something like, I've got to do a job interview next week and I'm really anxious. And we say, well, what does that mean? Well, I feel like this tightness in my stomach or my chest. So your emotions are all housed within your body. And what we want to do in therapy is help clients to understand not just how they feel about things. That's really important. We want them to know the meaning that they're putting on things and look at these patterns that they're doing in their life. But then we also want them to be able to recognize that their body is getting, involved in everything that's going on in their life, and what can they do to slow down their body and support their body and understand the emotions that are coming up. It can be quite a game changer for people. It certainly was for me when I started to realize, I'm getting really stressed, not just by knowing this through my thoughts or the emotions, but also like my body's getting really anxious. What happens if I do what we call a bottom down approach in somatic work, which is paying attention to what the body is telling you? People, do this all the time. They don't realize it. They say, I went on a date with a guy, but I had a bad feeling in my gut. So in sensory motor psychotherapy, you might explore really deeply what was going on there. Can you slow down? Well, he's saying this and this and this. Well, how did that make you feel? Well, I felt, concerned. I felt worried. I felt anxious on the date. And they might say, well, what are you noticing as you talk about this person? Well, I noticed my stomach's really gripping. And we would explore all of that in therapy and help clients almost develop like a vocabulary, not just of their emotions and understanding how their thoughts are working, but of sensation in the body.
Our body holds our experiences. Our body is not separate from our mind. And you can develop techniques to harmonize the body and mind.